Yes?
Sorry to disturb you, sir. Major Gallagher is here to see you.
All right, send him in.
Good morning, Colonel.
Good morning.
I wish to be relieved of my command, sir.
Well, now, let me get this right. You wish to be relieved of the command of this operation?
This and anything similar, sir. I'd like to request a transfer to other duties.
Now, sit down, man. Now, what the heck is all this about?
Well, it's very simple, sir. I don't think I'm the man to lead this operation.
Well, I don't take that very kindly, Hugh. Considering I picked you for the operation, are you questioning my judgment?
Oh, no, sir, mine.
All right, Hugh. Now, what precisely is all this about?
Well, I lost two good people on this last jaunt. One was stupidity, the other was murder.
Is that all?
No, sir. There was the raid on Brest last year. 4 men died unnecessarily there. No, I've had enough.
I remember that raid very well. Now, you had 2 courses of action open to you, both of which depended on support groups which weren't there. Now, you lost 4 men, but you saved 16. Now, I don't see any fault in that.
Nevertheless, an error of judgment was involved. It could happen again, and quite obviously has.
Now, your chap, what was his name?
Macaulay. Nigel Macaulay.
Now, he got himself killed, or at least according to your report. And the girl, poor Charles, well, that was a mistake. But it was mine, as well as yours. We had no choice. It was done with the evidence that was available to us at the time.
I've had enough.
Now, I'm sorry about the way you feel, Hugh, and I do understand, but I'm not going to Dutch uncle you in this. Because in this particular instance, I'm your commanding officer. I'm not going to stand for any nonsense.
Well, I request transfer
Now,
to...
you let me finish.
I insist upon my right as a serving officer to request transfer to alternative active service.
Now, you take 24 hours leave. I don't care what you do, that's up to you. But I want you back in this office 0940 hours tomorrow morning, sorted out, and ready to get on with the job.
It isn't going to make any difference.
That's an order, Major.
Happened.
Oh, Ferdy, are you all right?
Of course I'm all right.
Oh, you're not.
It's nothing. I just slipped, that's all.
Well, is it the wound?
For God's sake, why don't you mind your own business?
Hey! Wait, Tosh! You all right, then?
Sugars, what's going on?
Oh, nothing, Squire. Only old Hibou going balmy.
I don't care what you say, it wasn't cramp. He was getting up. He was standing up. I had to pull him down again.
Oh, in the middle of crossfire with live ammo?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Oh, maybe he just weren't thinking. You know what he's like.
Brainstorm, Archimedes and all that rubbish.
Don't know about that, mate. Looked a bit scared to me.
No, he wasn't afraid. You could tell by the look in his eyes. It was as if he just didn't care.
Yeah. Anyway, old Gidders, he shot off to report to the Colonel. Right brassed off he was.
The man's a liability.
Sugar, you're his roommate. What is going on?
Oh, don't ask me, love. He's a queer and he's our Hibou. Yeah. I quite like him, mind you, but he gets the sweats.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. I've seen him before when I was inside doing bird. Give you the willies. Enough of that. I'm getting washed up.
Oh. Isn't it lovely to be normal?
Come. You wanted to see me, Colonel?
Ah, Hibou. Yes, take a seat. Sir Major Gidney tells me that you were in some sort of difficulty on the battle range today. What was the problem?
There was no problem.
Sergeant Major Gidney thought there was.
Overreaction.
You stood up. Why?
Cramp.
Is that all?
I finished the course, Colonel.
Well, yes, but you didn't have very much choice at that stage, did you? You could have been badly wounded or even killed.
Perhaps.
The gunners would have continued firing. Those were their orders. You knew that at the start.
And I never doubted it.
No, I'm sure you didn't. You're not a fool.
Thank you. Was that all?
No. Will you kindly remain seated? Quite apart from today's incident, I have to tell you that you are causing me concern generally. You're not nearly up to the mark on your training. Well, quite frankly, your attitude is all wrong.
I'm sorry if I'm a disappointment to you, Colonel.
You see what I mean?
Wrong attitude again. Well, it's hardly surprising, is it, Colonel? I'm a physicist and engineer, not a soldier. And certainly not Errol Flynn. There are more important things I should be doing.
At the moment, there is nothing more important than training to stay alive. Lovell, you have agreed to go on this mission, and you have a moral responsibility to those who are going with you. When you're dropped into France, as you most assuredly will be, it won't just be your life at risk. It'll be the lives of everyone around you. Now, I don't think you want their deaths on your conscience, do you?
Can I go now?
Yes.
On the other hand, as you would guess, our airforce have not
Hello. In for a walk?
Oh, good evening, Colonel. Yes, I often walk round the grounds trying to remember what life is like beyond that fence.
Come now, it hasn't been that long, surely.
Not to you, perhaps. You can leave any time you wish.
Nothing's changed, are there, you know?
You can testify to that, Colonel. I can't. I envy you.
Yes, you're feeling trapped. All trainees do, I assure you. You're running true to type. Haven't you noticed? Everyone's feeling a bit edgy.
Why do you think that is, sir?
Champing at the bit, all that sort of thing. Then there's pre-selection nerves to consider.
Oh, yes. We all have those.
Shall I buy you a drink?
No, thank you.
Oh, well, would you like to accompany me on my rounds?
Neither, thank you, Colonel. I think I'll sneak a shower while the others are in the bar. Good night, sir.
Night.
You night captain?
Oh, yes, Miff. Take it upstairs, would you?
Right, sir.
Miff.
Yeah?
Any problems?
Not yet, sir. Well, none to speak of, that is, sir. The tension's more than usual, sir, and it's making them very edgy. Well, I've had quite a few breakages, sir.
Who asked you you're
Jolly good.
Who asked you you're a bit good? Why don't you keep your mouth shut just for It's quite ridiculous to imagine that they would send us out for an exercise like that.
Morning. Last. Could I borrow your soap, please? Thank you.
Morning. Oh, sorry. I've left me soap and stuff. Can I borrow yours?
You may borrow my soap, not the toothbrush.
What's the matter? Right, I'll give you a rabies.
Dry rot sugars. Not good for teeth.
Clever dick.
All right. The Loch Ness Monster's surface.
You'd hardly sleep a wink last night.
Bad conscience, I imagine.
Now watch it, laddie. I'm not in the mood for back chat.
Rubber are. No flashpoint on it.
You think you're clever, don't you? But you're just arrogant, and I can't abide
But our
it.
bloody luck, mate.
Oh, come on. Gallagher.
What's the matter with you?
Now, you keep out of this, I'm warning you.
Oh, Lord love it. That, what you doing for? He didn't say nothing. You ruddy even. Yeah, I'm all right.
I didn't mean it, you know. It's getting to all of this. Sure you're all right.
Scout's honour. You all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
You're all right.
Come in.
Reporting as ordered, sir.
All right, Gallagher, come in. Shut the door. Well?
I haven't changed my mind, sir. I do not withdraw my request.
I see. Well, this is a vital operation, Gallagher, and it has to succeed. I'm not in the habit of giving assignments to people who lack the necessary skill and judgment to pull them off. And in this type of operation, doubt is a luxury that you cannot afford. I will not consider your request simply because of a few feelings of guilt. I don't give a damn what you feel. What gives you the special right to a clear conscience? Well, you accepted this job, Gallagher. You picked the team and you'll see it through. I'm not asking you if you want to do it. You will do it. And that is a direct order. Resignation refused.
Is that?
Oh, Hugh, haven't had your final report yet? In writing.
Gave it to your secretary, sir.
What on earth do you find to say? By the time I finished with a few family platitudes and talked about the weather, that's about it. We can't tell anybody what we're doing or what the place is like. Oh, God. I wish they'd make up their ruddy minds and get on with it.
Well, I've only got my father to write to, and he doesn't like small talk, so I have to write about something definite.
Such as?
Well, actually, I'm telling him what I think about Voltaire. I've been introduced to it because of Ferdy, and it's fascinating. Dad'll like this. He reads a lot himself.
You know, you're a very nice human being, Merle.
God, that sounds awful. I should hate to be that. I'm really quite a bitch when I want to be. Sally?
You're not supposed to know my real name.
All right, Erin Dow. How are you coping with the thought of not being selected? Would it bother you?
You're damn right it would bother me. Wouldn't it bother you?
Yes, I suppose so. Not as much as all that. Not now, anyway.
Yes, well, you've got other compensations. I haven't. And it would bother me like mad.
Temper.
Don't let it upset you, Hibou. She's just feeling the pinch.
Aren't we all?
Well, some more than others. How about you?
No, we military chaps, when we get a bit down in the dumps, we just stick the old bayonet in somebody. Civilized, isn't it? Well, I better go and sharpen my knives.
Miff, is the bar closed?
It's 3:10, ma'am.
Ah. You wouldn't consider opening it so that I could buy a packet of fags, would you?
Sorry, ma'am, I can't do that.
Oh.
But you can have one of mine.
Oh, Miff, you're a love. Thank you.
Here you are. Oh, you keep the packet.
Oh, thank you. Miff, what has happened to Major Gallagher? I haven't seen him around.
He, went up to London, ma'am.
Oh? Thank you.
Business with the Colonel, I imagine.
Oh, I see.
No, sir. It's spring-loaded. I can't pretend to know much about it because I've never seen one before. Specially made up for this job. The gun is modified and reasonably quiet, so they say. Now, this is the grapple hook that we've had some success with. Rams itself into a wall or tree and is forced open by the spring inside so that any attempt at extraction only tightens its grip inside the hole it makes.
It's good. But will it hold me?
Oh, it should hold you, sir.
Should? It's not good. It must. Down there is the minefield. The wire comes out, water goes...
Well, in the next couple of days, we'll try it on everything from oak trees to cookhouse walls. Will that suit you, sir?
time for a special drink. Corporal, glasses.
Why special, Warsaw?
It's very special Polish vodka.
Where did you get that again?
It fell off the truck, I think.
Quite a day, Warsaw.
It's my birthday.
It was your birthday yesterday, Warsaw.
It's possible. I'm growing old so quickly.
Never mind the reason, let's drink it.
Look, I won't if you don't mind, Warsaw. I've got a letter to finish, but save me a drop.
Oh.
This is very evil.
How are you today, then, sunshine?
About as ridiculous as usual.
Happy little soul he's been recently, isn't he?
Yes, well, that's the way it is at the moment.
Na zdrowie!
Na zdrowie!
Oh, that was numb any aching limbs, wasn't it?
It certainly will. Except for Warsaw, he doesn't need it.
It's all right for him. He just sits on his tightrope all day.
That's right. I tell you what, shall we exchange places, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, I'd rather have aching arms and a broken leg.
Okay. Then I've got the best cure in the world for the muscles that hurt.
What's that, Warsaw?
It's vodka, mixed with pig's fat.
Oh, you got to be joking. I couldn't swallow that.
Not swallow, you rub it in.
It's even worse.
I want to apologize for what happened this morning. I don't know what came over me. Hibou. Shuka.
I've met your sort before, mate. Inside. But they were just plain illegitimate. Whereas you are a right bastard. And I'll tell you something else, friend. You watch your manners in future, or I'm gonna knock you around again like I did this morning.
Hey, what's all this about?
Just a bit of national disharmony, sweetheart. Can't help being a Scot, can he? Got to be a bit charitable, ain't you?
Na zdrowie!
Na zdrowie!
I want to show you.
Ferdy? Well, I'm just finishing off a letter. Catch the post. Want you to be here.
Who are you writing to?
My father.
And what does he think you're doing?
Just another course in the ATS. Look, I want you to be here, Ferdy.
I've come to apologize for speaking to you as I did yesterday.
Doesn't matter. It isn't important.
It is to me. I think you must know that. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Will you forgive me?
Of course. Oh, look, there's no need to apologize. It was entirely my fault. I shouldn't have said anything. How is your leg now?
Well, now it's fine. But I cannot pretend to you. There are times when it causes me pain.
I do think you ought to let the doctor have a look at it, Ferdy.
No, I can't do that.
Why not?
Because if I do, it's possible that Major Gallagher will stop me going on this operation.
But you're due to go anyway. You've already been selected.
I doubt if the Major thinks I'm indispensable. And if he ever had the slightest suspicion that I was a liability in any way...
Well, are you likely to be?
No. I can do anything that is asked of me. No one will be in danger because of me. That I can promise you. You haven't said anything to anyone, have you?
No.
And you won't, will you?
No, it's just between us.
Thank you.
You know exactly where and when this operation is going to be, don't you?
Yes, but I cannot say anything, Merle, not even to you.
No, I realise that. When I think about it, Ferdy, I'm afraid. That's why I don't. Not too much, anyway.
At best, we are all afraid. And being cooped up in this place doesn't make it any easier.
No. No, it's getting on everyone's nerves. How long do you think it's going to be before this team is chosen?
Very soon, I think. Would you be very disappointed if you were not selected?
Of course. Well, it's such an anticlimax, for one thing. And besides, I want to go. Very much. Even though the thought of it makes me afraid.
Why do you want to go? Why, Merle?
To prove something to myself.
And what do you want to prove?
That I can do it. It's as simple as that. And as selfish.
Then I think you're going to hate me. Because I must tell you that if I was a praying man, I'd be on my knees again tonight, praying that you would not be chosen.
How could I hate you for that, Ferdy?
You know why I feel like that?
Yes. At least I hope I do.
I haven't the right. In times like this, no one has the right.
By Jove. Yes, that's awfully good. Where on earth do you get it, Warsaw? And what's more to the point, how did you smuggle it into this establishment?
Oh, it's private and confidential. I don't think any crime is committed. Is it?
That remains to be seen.
Excuse me, sir. Major Gallagher has just arrived.
Right, excuse me, would you?
Did you see that?
What?
He's back. Do you think this might be it?
Well, we'll know soon enough.
Cheers again, Warsaw. Cheers.
Well?
Well, I resigned, and he threw it back at me.
And is that it?
Yes.
Good. It never happened.
So, how are things?
Hibou. He behaved very strangely on the battle range yesterday. He's lagging behind the others in almost everything. He's simply not up to this sort of thing.
Well, I can't drop him, sir. If anyone's vital to this operation, he is. I imagine it's little more than stress.
Yes, it's as if he's detached himself totally from the whole business and is just going through the motions. Also, I think he feels himself a prisoner here, and I don't much like that.
I'll keep my eye on him, sir.
So shall I, believe me. Yes?
Excuse me, sir. The guard has run through. Colonel Williams' car is through the gate, and he's just arriving.
Right, thank you, Miff. Show him in.
Very good, sir.
Oh, well, this has all the makings of a long night.
Better if I turn in, I think, sir. If it concerns me, you know where I am.
Don't go, Gallagher.
Sir?
This is your business, too. Sorry to descend on you, Tim. May I? The Germans have tightened their security yet again. They've increased their patrol activity. They brought in a couple of half-tracks as well. One of the Grush's people reported it first, now it's been confirmed by Aria Ferdy. But if you take a close look at that, you'll see they've added additional checkpoints at quarter-mile intervals along the approach road. So, as of now, it's going to be extremely difficult to get within a mile of that complex without being stopped and checked.
There's been no backlash after our raid, sir?
No, I don't think so. I think they're being militarily prudent.
Colonel.
Thank you, Tim.
The two half-tracks, sir, are they on regular patrol?
No, apparently not. No, I don't think Jerry has fuel to burn. No, it's these additional checkpoints. I thought your original plan was outlandish, but at least it was feasible. No, I don't know. I really don't. Tim, would you? See, I've read your final report, and I'm not very happy about it.
Oh, why, sir?
There are too many imponderables here. Now, what about these additional checkpoints?
Well, they're a head count only.
Yes, can you guarantee that?
No, sir.
And you risk the full treatment, don't you? Going in at the main gate, we shall go in dressed as tote workers. Well, that's all very well. That sort of improvisation shouldn't be left to the spur of the moment. Look, take another look at it, will you? See if you can come up with something. And we'll re-examine it tomorrow.
Sir? Colonel?
Well, forgive me for saying so, Colonel, but I don't think that was altogether tactful.
I haven't got time to be tactful, Tiff. Gallagher has to be doubly sure of what he's doing. If we're going to stop these damn rockets, then this operation has got to succeed.
Shall I organise a bed for you?
Oh, thank you very much indeed. That's extremely kind of you.
Good evening, Major.
Hello.
You've been away from us for 2 days now. Won't you come and join us?
No, thank you.
Oh, please, just one.
No, not now.
He's a bit pushed, miss.
Oh, at large.
Then, can we rely on de Grouchy to provide the transport?
We have to.
Surely the Germans know how many vehicles are going into the complex. So what happens when they spot there's one extra?
Well, fortunately, that's no problem. See, all the documentation for the tote worker convoys is done by French civilian clerks, and one of them is apparently in the resistance.
Yes, but workers aren't going in there every day.
No, nor at regular intervals. But there haven't been any in for some while, and the next batch will have to be transferred very shortly. De Grouchy's going to tell us exactly when.
Exactly when? Well, that means the operation is tied to a specific date. There's no flexibility.
None whatsoever. Now, when we move, we have to move straight away.
Yes?
Morning, Colonel. Sir.
Oh, you look as though you come to argue.
I have, sir. Not so long ago, sir, you told me I had no alternative but to lead this operation. Well, I'm telling you, you have no alternative but to let me do it my way. The plan stands, sir.
All right. You have your go ahead.
Sir. Is that all?
For the moment.
Sir. Hello?
Hey, he's right, Tim. Is my car ready?
Yes, sir.
Now, you realise, don't you? We're putting what remains of our careers on the line in supporting a madcap scheme which stands a 50% chance of succeeding.
Yes, sir.
You're backing?
Yes, sir. I'll put that in writing if you wish.
You must be as mad as I am.
I was rude last night. I apologize.
There's no need.
Yes, there is. I was preoccupied and rather worried. But that doesn't give me the right.
I should have realized. Forgive me. I was being selfish.
Have you time off? No.
Until 7 o'clock. Then Merle and I have a WT session.
But you're free till then.
Free as a bird, Major.
I'm going to the village. Want to come?
Could you wait? 3 minutes!
Yes. 3 minutes.
Well, I hope you won't get into trouble for breaking the rules.
It's our secret.
But what if Colonel Squires finds out?
Well, that could be nasty. Court-martial, I should think.
You're not serious.
Just as long as I can count on you to be my defending officer.
Of course.
No, you mustn't worry on my account. Not over this afternoon, anyway. All the same, I suppose we shouldn't broadcast it around. The others might not. Get us some tea.
Good afternoon. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm sorry. It was just that moment I was reminded of someone else.
Oh, a good memory?
Yes, mainly. Her name is Claudine.
A French girl?
Yes. I met her in 39 when I was over there as liaison officer to the French First Army Corps.
5 years. Not simply a wartime flirtation.
Oh, no, it was more than that. And we even thought of getting married.
But you didn't?
No. We decided to wait.
She is still in France?
Yes.
Then you have not seen her for some time?
No.
That's difficult. You must love each other very much.
I did think so.
Now you doubt it?
Yes.
Thank you. There is someone else?
Yes. I nearly ran into him when I was over there the last time. The point is, he's a German.
Oh, I see. And you think that her sleeping with this German means she no longer loves you? Oh, Hugh. You are one of the lucky ones. The man I loved is dead. We are so very lonely, aren't we?
Well, we better drink this up before Squires turns up with a search party.
Can we go there again sometime?
I think it could be arranged, yes. Not for a while yet, though. A few other items on the agenda.
Oh.
An anti-aircraft burst in the
It's
sky.
that close, is it?
Oh, yes.
And bombs bursting on the shore.
Thank you, Hugh.
And along in the convoys of the German planes that are beginning their first attack. Now the darkness has come on it. These planes are here overhead now.
Yes, but what will we do, Ferdy?
We should get married. Isn't that what people do?
Yes, of course. Oh, and I want to very much. But
But we would have to leave all this.
well, I don't think they'd permit us to stay. I don't think they'd like it very much if they knew that we were lovers. We are, aren't we?
We could walk out of here tomorrow if we wanted to.
Yes. I suppose we could. But we're not going to. Are we?
No. I must go through with this. You understand?
Yes, of course. Oh, Ferdy, I'm so glad you said it. I don't think I had the courage to if you hadn't, but it's what I mean as well. If we get... When we return from this mission, we won't volunteer for anything else, will we? We can always find something to live, somewhere to live, something nice. We could rent something until we decided where we wanted to live.
In England?
I refuse to have our first quarrel before we're married. In France. I don't care. I like France. And it's much more important to you, I think. Besides, I can always go home to Mother, can't I? My God. You've just proposed to me and you're yawning. Oh, well, if this is a hint to say it's time we went to bed, I have to think about the inference.
How long did you say you were married before?
I didn't. But it was 5 months, 3 weeks and 2 days. And it was happy, Ferdy. You don't mind that, do you?
No. Why should I?
Merle?
Can't you sleep?
I've given up trying.
You don't happen to have a spare cigarette, do you? I've run out again.
On the table.
Thanks.
It's all going to happen very soon, isn't it?
Yes. Perhaps we won't be chosen. Either of us.
Perhaps. Ferdy? I'm happy for you, Merle.
So now I've got a very personal reason for wanting to go on this operation.
You're not alone. I believe we all have.
Even Major Gallagher?
Particularly the Major, I think.
You're very fond of him, aren't you? Why not, for God's sake? He's not going to be the CEO for the rest of your life, is he?
Huh?
For many are called, but few are chosen, eh? I suppose you remember the little wager we had on your final selection?
I do, sir.
What did we have on it? Tenner?
Only a fiver, sir.
Was it? Was it? Nothing up my sleeves.
Warsaw isn't here.
Warsaw arrived later. Come on.
And 2 tens.
First round's on me when you get back.
Let's get it over with, shall we?
Oh, Hugh, I'm told that you took Miss Raw into the village yesterday. Come on, it's part of my job to know these things. You broke the rules.
And this is an official reprimand?
Oh, my dear chap. Heaven forfend. Enjoy yourself, did you?
Take your places, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Sit down, please, everyone. I know this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Congratulations on getting through the course. Postings or appointments or changes of rank will be found in a list which will remain on the notice board for exactly 10 minutes after we've finished here, Major.
Sir, you're all perfectly aware that I'm selecting a team for a job to be done almost immediately. The team is Ferdy, Warsaw, Hibou, Shuka, Chardonneret, Grieve. Merle will be the WT contact at this end. Those not selected will be reporting as ordered to other units in the next few days. Thank you all. That's all, sir.
Don't push.
Second Lieutenant.
That's you. Where's me? Here.
Staff Sergeant!
Oh, there we are, then. Now we know. Took my harp to a party. Nobody asked me to play. Let's go and look at the postings, eh?
Told you this whole thing wasn't us, didn't I?
Don't you mind terribly?
Of course I do.
What does this mean? I can hobnob now with the likes of Gidney?
Sure thing, laddie. The sergeant's mess will be a home from for you from now on.
Ain't that good, eh?
And I suspect you'll get some very nice mess bills.
Yeah, I'll bet, yeah.
Now, what can I get for you?
I tell you what, no, whatever everybody wants and stick them on my mess bill, would you, Corporal?
No sooner said than done, Sergeant.
Sergeant, you might miss too much when you're sitting as So, Colonel Scribes and Major Gallagher come along as soon as they're free.
Sir?
I'm sorry. It would have been good if we could all have stuck together, but I suppose there just wasn't room. I only made it by the skin of my teeth.
Well, we knew we wouldn't all be going from the start, didn't we?
That's right.
So, okay, not this time. Perhaps I'll give us another chance. Damn well better, eh?
Personally, I'd rather not know why I failed.
Well, it's not a question of failure. You have passed, you know. It's shortlisting. The Major's just chosen those that he thinks are best suited for this particular operation, that's all.
I know.
Well, it might be nice to go somewhere else. New pastures, hmm?
It's my turn now.
Oh, thank you.
What do you have?
Whiskey.
Same again.
Ferdy?
Oh, yes.
Ferdy, what do
Same
you
again,
like?
please.
Good. Shouldn't ring my bell?
Merci.
Hibou, what do you have?
Nothing for me.
I mean, to drink.
No, I'm not staying.
Oh, come on, Hibou, cheer up. So you drew one of the short straws. So what? We're all in it together.
I wouldn't count on it.
No, you must. I insist all the drinks on, Walsall.
Thank you, Walsall.
But I mean, well, you are still a part of it.
But very much on the outside. And I would have liked to have had a much closer involvement. Excuse me.
Well, who has been decided at last? Now the only questions are where and when.
Good morning. We just had a signal from de Grouchy. Next batch of tote workers to be transferred 5th June. You have 3 days left, gentlemen.
And don't forget, Fourth Arm is back at the same time tomorrow night here on UK Gold. That's at 5 past midnight.